You're not happy with the lighting, are you?
I'm not. No, you did not see it.
Don't
Like,
worry about me, mate. I can pull anything off.
I know it's just a shadow. I want you to look the best you can.
No, but it's a weird where the lights are on my. It's like it's a bit weird. So sorry. Don't worry. People are not interested in seeing me. They just want to know what I got to say. So let's go.
We're going to do something a little bit different today.
What audio only?
No, no. So what I'm doing is now I'm about to send this. Yeah. So what I've done is I've just on our IFL Instagram. I've just put out things to say we're doing an interview, and if anyone, the fans have got a question to ask you, chuck it in the next kind of 20 minutes, and then, like we used to do. Do you remember them days we used to listen to the fans and all that?
Brilliant. Can't wait.
All right. Well, I'll drop them in as they come in. But how are you? I ain't seen you for a
I'm
while.
good. Yeah, finally got to Australia. Got a show in Brisbane this weekend, which was quite. I would say I was. It was a result because being in Riyadh, we were halfway there, but it's a long way. I'm pretty knackered to be fair. But Brisbane Saturday night, Jake Wiley against Yui Dib, Sky Nicholson against Avashi Singh, Alex Lepi Jr. As the Australian adventure continues.
How the fuck do you do this with the travelling? It's actually quite mad, isn't it?
Do you know
Like,
what I was just saying to someone earlier? I was like, I don't really get jet lagged. I think because I'm always jet lagged. But to be fair, after can't even remember what show it was now. We had a week or two off, so I was pretty chilled then. And then we did Riyadh and Brisbane. Then we got a week off. Then we got Sunderland and Mexico the same week. Not sure I'm going to do that yet. Then we got Belfast. Then we got 2 weeks off. I know we got Brazil on the 27th. Yeah, then we're into Philadelphia, Sheffield, London, Orlando, all over again. But you got to take the breaks when you can get it. You were on good form though, to be fair, in Riyadh, you and Con.
we were, absolutely. We
You
always
actually
were.
you actually seem very happy.
We're always happy. All right, do you know who sent the first question in?
Go on.
Colin.
Who?
Colin.
Con? Go on, what did he
Yeah,
say?
he's the first one on it to send a question.
What did he say?
So he says, Did you know? Did you know you got Colin a brand deal from calling him the worst dressed in the industry?
He keeps going on about this. He's so cringe. He's like, did you know that I've had a lot of designers reaching out to me since you said that my clobber was terrible? It's like, one, your clobber is terrible, and two, I don't care. Who's next?
Wait, he sent another one. He sent three in. It's off his nut. Wait, let me just see if I can actually read this out. Will Colin be able to use the Netflix chat up line with birds from a cameo in the doc?
He's not in the doc. So no.
Oh my God. Right, okay, let's Colin just leave off for a minute. So yeah, in Brisbane this week, back at it. Yeah. Do you want to sell your fights anymore?
No, I mean, Jake Wiley, who you saw, it's a really good All Australian main event, actually. Jake Wiley, who came in at 6 days' notice and gave Cambosis a brilliant fight last time. Yui Dib, just involved in a fight of the year contender himself. I think it'll be a great fight. Sky Nicholson down at 122 for his first championship fight there. I think it's going to be a different kind of fighter down there. We saw a good stoppage last time, but it's a step up this time. And Australian boxing is important for us. Obviously, we've done Jai Opetaia against Naika, Cambosis against Wiley, now Wiley against Dib. Looking to sit down with Mick Francis and Tasman to start looking out the future of Jai Opetaia, who's probably going to fight here next as we wait for Gilberto Ramirez. Justice Honey, of course, he'll be back soon, coming off that great performance against Fabio Wardley. Terra Moana, our big Australian heavyweight, out here as well. Connor Wallace going to be fighting for a world championship very soon. So it's unbelievable talent out here. And it's the important market for us.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask about Hooney actually. Where does he fit into this kind of heavyweight scene? Obviously, we know what happened. You could say he was unfortunate in that fight that did happen to him against Wardley. But where does he fit in with everyone?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that he's an outstanding young heavyweight. He had, what, 4 weeks' notice against Fabio Wardley, and he was doing a brilliant job in that fight. He was winning the fight comfortably. Big credit to Fabio. He pulled it out of the bag. But Justice is a young heavyweight. He's got a big future ahead of him, and looking to get him a championship fight this year and then moving into the really big fights in 2026. I think he's going to be around for a long time.
Right, couple of questions coming in. Athi man, Athimihan 101. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. What would you say to someone trying to get into the boxing scene, i.e., social media side? What would you say?
I say don't do it. It's a terrible game. I think you're better versed to give people advice on that. And what would you say to them? If someone wanted to start their own YouTube channel in boxing now, what would you tell them?
I'd ask them why they wanted to do it, first of all, because once you work that out, then you can kind of see where you're at with it. If you want to earn money out of it, I'd say fucking forget it. But
I feel like in any walk of life, particularly in that world or any world where you want to become involved in any industry, just borderline harassment and a will to not be denied. You got to push, 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 work, work, work. And that's my advice for anybody.
yeah, what I would say is actually, I will comment on this, is don't just turn up for AJ, like turn up to your call as well.
Yeah, of course. I mean, ultimately, that's how you're going to get recognized and realized is by turning up at every event.
Yeah.
But also, they might not get accredited for the bigger events anyway. Now, it's very different now. When you first started, we were letting anybody in. Thus, the fact that you were even there. And obviously, there's only a certain amount of media accreditation now for events. But those, I will tell you, is that people that get accredited generally are the ones that do go to everyone.
Yeah, do you know what though? On that, Ed, do you know when I was first coming? Do you know I was the only one? It was me and Sky. That's it.
Yeah, I know.
So you didn't have a choice, really, did you? Really?
No. And Sky Sports are always like, who is that geezer? And I go, I don't know. I have no idea. He's some IFL something. I've not. But it's great that someone's actually going out of their way to film the press conference. So we just told him to keep coming.
15 years later, here we are, mate. Right, PJ PJ Sept. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing this correctly. Who does he think wins out of Wilder and Ngannou if that happens?
I've heard. I just got interviewed about that actually. Someone asked me about that fight. I actually really like that fight. That's a fight that I've actually been discussing before, and I like it. I mean, two massive punches, two big lumps. Someone's getting knocked clean out. I think from what I saw in the Zhang fight, I actually think Ngannou wins that fight. But Wilder's very dangerous. But I just think anybody that can stay in there against Wilder and put the pressure on him physically, I think he's got a great chance of beating him. I think Ngannou could potentially do that.
Just on that, is no talks for. I know you're obviously fixated on the Jake Paul thing, but was there any more further talks on AJ and Wilder? No.
No, no. I mean, again, like I think, as I understand it, Wilder's looking for another relatively straightforward fight this year, and then looking to get in big fights next year. But nothing on the AJ front.
Do you think Wilder would do to Ngannou what AJ did to Ngannou?
No,
Okay.
I don't think he punches with the same kind of authority or confidence that he used to.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Right. There's some good ones coming in.
You got to speed them up though,
All right.
because people watch. Yeah,
All right. Stanford Boxing. Callum Smith, Morrell, end of the year.
yeah. Actually, WBO have asked us for an update on negotiations. We are talking to Riyadh Season about that fight and looking to conclude the fight with Louis de Cubas in the next week or so.
Okay.
Very good fight, WBO Interim World Championship.
Queen of Boxing. Can we get some Midlands boxers on big shows too? As there's too good to be missing.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Galauya fight has been ordered to fight Sandoval, whether that's a fight for the Midlands or whether that's on a big show. Connor Walker is a guy that we're looking to put in a big fight soon. So Midlands boxing, very exciting. Just Hamza Uddin fighting his first championship fight October the 11th. Ibi as well, Ibrahim. Suleiman, he'll be looking for a championship fight soon. So we've got a lot of good fighters in the Midlands. Aaron Bowen fighting in on the big Belfast show as well. So we got you covered.
Max Clark. Is Hopey Price still with Matchroom?
Hope he's been plagued with injuries. And at the moment, I believe he has no plans to fight. But obviously, you know, if he's back fighting and available and fit and healthy, then yes.
Tubbsy Tobes. If bare knuckle grows, would you ever get involved in it?
No, but I have to say, I think bare knuckle's doing very well. I mean, obviously, it's on the zone as well. Conor McGregor's influence, you know, has been, I think, particularly good for the brand. I think it's very entertaining to the casual fan. I think to a hardcore boxing fan, it's not for me, but I get it. And, you know, I think the production's good. I think the events are put together well. I think it's actually growing.
This is an interesting one from Hydro Heaven 17. How comes he disrespect fighters he once had signed after they leave him?
Like, who?
I don't know. I'm just reading
What's
the
his name?
Hydro Heaven 17.
Brick. No, I'm joking. I don't. I'm probably a little bit more honest than obviously, you know, you have to understand if you're with me, I've got your back till the end. But obviously, if you're not, then maybe I'm just going to give my honest opinion that might differ if you were on the team.
Okay. Sam Jones is ringing me. Shall I just see what he wants?
No,
All right. Wait. Somebody who's good. Why does Stanford Boxing? Why does Yard get Benavidez fight when Callum Smith put on arguably the best in Riyadh?
because we couldn't agree terms for that fight. So we were in negotiations with Benavidez, but we couldn't agree terms for Callum Smith to fight him. And Yard did. He was. I don't know. No, I'm not disrespectfully saying he was a second choice. It's a very good fight, but the plan was for Benavidez to fight Callum Smith.
Okay, John Hedges. A few questions about John Hedges from Mark Shelton. Would you consider John Hedges versus Chef Clark?
I think that's a very, very good fight. John Hedges is the English cruiserweight champion. I think it's time for him to move on then. You know, obviously you got Vidal O'Reilly. I saw announced he's a free agent last night. Pat Brown's coming up. He wants championship fights after this 8-rounder. So John's going to be, you know, he's still a young man, John, but he's going to be in the deep end very soon. I actually like the John Hedges Chef Clark fight. I think it's a very good fight.
Chappelle 59. What does he think Dave Allen's chances are in October, and what does what does he line up if he wins or loses?
I think it's a 50-50 fight. I think if Dave Allen can get through the first 4 or 5 rounds, then I think all of a sudden he becomes a favourite in that fight. Very tough, very dangerous fight. We've sold nearly 8,000 tickets already for that fight. It's going to be a packed arena. And I'll tell you what, if he wins, Dave Allen, he is guaranteed a massive fight. You know, I talked about the likes of, you know, 7-figure paydays. I think they really start becoming a reality if he beats Makhmudov. If he doesn't, we also have a plan for him to go and fight for the British heavyweight title. But this is the fight that puts him on the world stage.
Martin says, what do you think about bringing Matchroom to Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, Libya?
Well, as you know, we were there the other day in Ghana talking about a matchroom show with AJ in Ghana. I'd love to do it. You know our plans. Well, I'm here in Australia this week. You know, the plan is, as it says on the Netflix commercial, global domination, and we need to be in all the key markets. Africa is it? I think is actually a market with huge potential. You know, the team went to Ghana and they really could see how vibrant the sport was there in terms of the gym, just the atmosphere from people who want to be involved in the sport. So I think there's another event being announced today, isn't there, for Nigeria?
There is
Randomly,
Amir Khan.
Glenton against Rocky Fielding, wasn't it?
Yeah, they've just announced
Interesting.
that, actually. So, what do you think of that, Glanton and Fielding?
Yeah, I mean, Rocky hasn't boxed for what, 3 years? Glenton had a good fight with Billum Smith, so I think it's actually a tough fight for Rocky to come back to.
What keeps you going? Work rate second to none.
A love for what I do and a will to win and a drive to just be the best every single day. That's it. I don't want to lose. I want to beat everybody and I want to be the best I can possibly be every single day. And all I've ever been taught is work like a dog and be consistent and win.
Amy
As you
Marie,
will see in the Netflix doc coming.
I will talk about that in a second. Amy Marie, 88. Biggest fight you want to make next year?
AJ Jake Paul. AJ Tyson Fury. That's the fight I want. There's a few fights. AJ against Tyson Fury. Boots against Virgil Ortiz. Another fight that I'd love to make. And then loads of others. I mean, Sugar Nunes against Emmanuel Navarrete, Diego Pacheco against Canelo Alvarez or Hamza Sheeraz. I like that fight as well. Um, Bam against Inoue. I also like Bivol against Opetaya. I think that's a tremendous fight. So yeah, there's a few for you.
Do you know what? Sam Jones has messaged me relentlessly here because I think
He just doesn't stop, honestly. So
I,
painful.
I will ask his what he's actually messaged me. Jack Catterall update.
There is no Jack Catterall update. There was a conversation with myself and His Excellency about the potential of him fighting Ryan Garcia, which would be a huge opportunity for Jack. There's another conversation about him fighting Echo Esterman in a Matchroom v Queensbury matchup, which is another great fight. But nothing to update Mr. Sam Jones. And when there is, I will message you immediately.
Conor Walker update.
Conor Walker, again, I just mentioned him earlier, talking about making a big fight for him next. I do like Conor Walker against Pat McCormack for the British and Commonwealth title. I think it's a great fight. There is a chance Conor Walker might feature on the Monaco card as well, which I think would be fun. But he's ready. He's ready to roll the dice. He's been on a great run.
Cameron Vong and Gavin Gwynn update.
Well, I believe we're negotiating that with you at the moment, Samuel, trying to get that fight made. For me, he should have been in that fight next. But new trainer, quick run out in Sunderland, and then Cameron Vong against Gavin Gwynn, an absolute must make.
You bank Ben undercard?
Possibly.
Possibly. Okay. Right, leave that alone for a second. Just from the other day, obviously we only spoke to you on Sunday. But yeah, any more thoughts on Moses and Dillian Whitehead?
Just what I said, really. Great performance. I didn't feel like that was the best Dillian White in there. I think everybody could see that, but you've still got to do it to him. I don't think there's many people that would have got him out of there in a round. And that's because Moses is very good. He's a sharp shooter. Very exciting to think about what he could go and achieve. I believe he's going to be a world heavyweight champion. But time for him to face a real live, active guy now. And I think, we talked about the names, Hergovich, Bacoli, Miller, Caballero, Parker. These are proper fights that will really test where he's at the moment. There's still a lot of questions to be answered, but as I said, he's an extraordinary talent.
Um, didn't really speak about Ray Ford's performance the other day. So yeah, just a take on that, Ray
Yeah,
Ford.
good performance. I mean, look, Ray, he needs that big fight now. I think you can see that a little bit in his mojo. Obviously, he's been world champion, lost a very tight decision to Nick Ball. I felt he won that fight, but it could have gone either way. He's had a couple of good wins now, but he's got to go out and, be in one of these big fights. Sugar Nunes, Navarrete, I particularly like the Oshaki Foster fight, but he's a very, very good talent and he's ready for a big fight.
We've learnt that Daniel Dubois has split with Don Charles, and reports are that he'll go to Tony Sims. Don't think that's official or that's been confirmed as such yet.
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, I didn't know that was official, but I saw it on. I can't remember where it was reported, but yeah, I mean, great signing for the Matchroom gym down there with Tony, and I think Tony would be a great trainer for him. I don't think Don Charles took any shit, but Tony definitely won't take any shit. He's gonna want things to go a certain way. And Daniel Dubois is a good fighter. He's got a big future ahead of him, and it's a big signing for Tony Sims if that's the case.
Yeah, Tony Sims now adding Fisher as well, Fisher and Dubois now. So I don't
Conor
know,
Ben, Fisher, Dubois, Lillard, Sains,
it's stable now.
Tony Moore. I mean, he's got a great camp down there.
Right, just a couple more on here. Dave Allen versus Pulev for the WBA regular. Could you do
We
that?
actually talked about that fight before Makhmudov, but he's in a purse bid to fight Michael Hunter. So that's a bit of a mess. But, see what happens in that fight. And I'd love Dave to get a massive fight like that, but he's got to come through Makhmudov first.
Who else is on that card, Ed, on October 11th?
You've got Junaid Boston against Fawaz rematch.
Rematch, yeah.
You've got Josh Padley against Reece Bellotti.
Yeah.
You've got another couple of big names to be added. Also, Hamza Uddin in his first title fight. Ibrahim Suleiman as well. It's a big night of boxing.
The token AJ Jake Paul update is going to come up. It's been
Nothing to update you with. Watch this. Watch this space.
What does that mean?
Watch this space.
You was 8 out of 10 the other day. You still 8 out of 10?
I'm still at 8. I'm still at 8.
Is it happening then? Yeah.
Watch this space.
Is it happening?
Watch this space. Next question, or ask me something else.
Is it definitely going to be in the US?
If it happens, I believe so. Yes.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Your Netflix documentary.
Yes, went down very well today.
Really good. Yeah.
Listen, it's a big moment for the company. I mean, you know, obviously it's not a boxing behind the scenes. It's showcasing the business and, you know, me and Bazza and Frank and Matt Porter and Emily Fraser and just this incredible kind of family business that grew out of a broom cupboard in Romford and became one of the most powerful sports businesses in the world. We were mic'd up. We had the cameras following us around us literally every second for 2 years. And you get to see everything. You know, we were a bit reluctant at first, but I think over time, we just let it roll. And really wasn't anything taken out of the doc or the filming. And you get to see everything firsthand behind the scenes. I think you're going to love it. Great response from it today.
Have you watched the whole thing?
Sorry?
You watched the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it raw?
It's raw. At times, it's cringe for me. I'll be honest with you. Like, you know, and it's a lot of stuff around the 5v5, around Joshua Dubois when we're getting beat. So you imagine, I mean, the fun, you know, the bit with the pickled onion, Monster Munch, that's just some random service station in Wembley that I just had to get out of the car and just have a bit of time to myself after AJ Dubois, you know?
Is there anything in there that you went, no, that ain't going in?
No.
Be honest.
Honestly, there wasn't. There's a lot that I was like, oh my God, I don't know about that. They're like, we think you should leave it in, think it's great TV. I'm like, you know me.
I know, but 2 years is a long time, and I suppose you forgot
About a year and a half. But they were
you
literally
forgot about
cameras with you the whole time.
I don't know. I reckon you had a couple of bits cut out, slagging
I didn't.
off, or you know, were they filming like you on the phone doing deals and all that? Yeah,
Everything.
When does it actually come out?
September 17th.
And it's 6 parts.
Yes.
Hour longs.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Big time. So your head's going to be on the like the next.
I know. To be honest with you, I probably won't be able to do many more interviews with you, but it's been fun.
Imagine that. Like, what's it called? Matchroom. What's it called?
The Matchroom, The Greatest Showman.
Greatest. And who is that? You.
That's me.
Your dad.
Me and Bazza. And the whole team. It's a joint effort. We've got some special people at the company, and it's a great story.
How much is that documentary worth? Like,
oh, cut 10 billion.
10 billion.
10 billion. Talk to me.
10 billion.
Well, I'm going.
No, you can't. Wait, right.
Come on quickly because it's very late. I'm very jet lagged.
What time is it there, by the way?
About coming up for 8 o'clock.
Right, just a few more quickly. Right, 400 BHP underscore T. Don't seem as close work-wise with AJ.
What is he talking about? Closer than ever. We talk nearly every day. We've got so many projects that we're working on together. AJ's a shareholder of Matchroom. I mean, we couldn't be closer. Next question.
MCFC Max 17. What is your favourite fight card that you've been a part of?
Fight card? Do you know what? Might even go back to Rule Britannia. You always talk about it. Do you remember Kell Brook, Frankie Gavin, Lee Selby against Gradovich, Kevin Mitchell against Jorge Linares, Anthony Joshua against Kevin Johnson? So much more.
Userman144. I was going to ask this, well, kind of related to Fury and AJ. He says, will Fury fight AJ? Do you think if you don't do this next year, it's never going to happen?
Yes, correct. 100%. If it doesn't happen in 2026, it will never happen.
And you'll be kicking yourself for the rest of your life.
What can I do? We're ready.
All right, okay. All right. Have you got anything else you'd like to say?
No, just to say tune in live on DAZN on Saturday for the show in Brisbane. And then get ready for Sunderland, sold out. Mexico, sold out. Belfast the week after, September 13th. Crocker Donovan, we're up to about 17,000 now. It's going to be wild in there. Get your tickets if you haven't already. Dave Allen fight, not far till 8,000. Get your tickets for that as well. Ben Eubank news coming soon. Presser will probably drop after Canelo Crawford. So yeah, flying, mate. And we'll see you very soon.
Will there be a presser the week after that then? Yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Right, Eddie Ann, much appreciate your time this Wednesday morning. Enjoy Australia and we'll catch up when you're
Cheers,
back.
mate. See you later.
Well.
Bye.